I'm looking.
Oh, shit. Hi, I'm Silver.
Shan, Imida.
Kaiden.
Ariel.
And I'm the
I see what you were trying to do.
You think you sneaky?
I know.
No.
And I'm the man of the
And
I'm the man of the corpse, Chris Lotus.
So that's Chris.
Chris Phoenix.
And Kai's right there.
My hand. You do yours?
Yep.
Oh,
You don't never hear it. I never hear it. Loud, have mercy on me.
So we're doing
just more haters.
Epik hot one. Oh, wait a minute.
All right, let's do this. Is somebody coming?
Phase.
I'm about to say, man, y'all don't stop that.
You see DJ 2 Cuts though.
I love him.
He's the DJ.
I'm a born hater. Dolly back to Picasso, novella, step, delay, I'll fucking Greco, Nadeco. VJ and shit, the whole become blown, the item when eyes and shit. The one that's on together, the up and out, 문제 하나 없어, don't fuck them. So I understand when I attack kind of shit. I'm just out chucking while you act like a bitch. But she go cause she when I can call her milk. She know the feel why I try to love you. 그냥 뭔가 역설적인 사과. 무한대를 그려주며 쓰러진 팔자 너의 그 무익한 열등감 내 모습. 난 노래도 일부 잊혀줘 we motherfucking you. I hate my haters.
Oh yeah, that's what's
근데 얘는 쉬지 않고 갔었지. When I'm everywhere like oxygen. 하게 돈이 X 돈에 빠스니지. Stop talking shit like you know this shit. 나의 기분이 필요 없어 솔직히. 너랑 내가 왜 해야 해요 막히게. 나한테 못된 거라고 마음대로 삽대지. Man fuck you 아니 fuck your ID 아니 fuck your ID. Man I'm sick of y'all getting 절대 못해 y'all getting y'all bring my people.
Really?
On the wall.
Some of y'all are born haters. 남녀수답게 같이 내놓고 돼 있어. 내가 뭘 하든지 타고난 소박함으로 반응해 살리는 말일지 모르지만 it is your nature. Type 1 내가 소리에 끝내버린 애들 봐도 깔끔. 이번 나그친들 눈에 띄는 칭은 우리 발표 나쁜 어깨에 팩트가 너를 드러내는 전문가인 척하는 지루하게 킹그. Type 2 잘 안 풀리는 자신의 삶 속으로 Type 2 한순간 노는 날에 살고 마치 내가 내게 쓰려고 닿게. 그래서 적적지 앞에 새기가 맞게. 나머지 Type 모기 같은 존재 공기만 해도 내 생각하나 그렇게 살아가고 싶지만 just 1 minute time. 빨리 작거리니까.
Stop it.
Never be tweeted or
Right. Feed world hunger. Oh God. You do not choke on your spit. It was not hard. I don't like that on the side.
I wasn't prepared.
I'm thirsty now.
I know, right?
That's Robbie.
It's so fire.
I ain't even talking
Ain't no creep.
Oh my
Yeah. Yeah, two long hair, yeah, long hair. Long hair.
Oh,
I like that
I'm like one with the man.
Oh,
Killboard.
Show
Damn
what?
it.
Show what?
I'm a big miss
That's the
now.
word I.
Just the chorus.
That's the word I.
The chorus is my favorite part.
I don't know, but they'll say
I'm
whatever.
a big miss now.
What?
I'm a big miss. We'll wait till y'all get
Skip
your
Nikki.
Y'all two going first?
Y'all
Y'all watch
Yeah,
it.
That's my assignment.
Well,
go first.
us YG
Oh,
vibes
classic.
are going first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Fall Out Boy came out with his song. But you got this.
That was amazing. Epic High never disappoints. This was a great collaboration with Mino, Bobby, B.I., and Verbal Jint and Beenzino. That was great. I like the cursing because I have a potty mouth, so I like the cursing. I like the beat, and I like the beat gave me kind of like a, I don't want to get my air wrong, but like a 90s, 80s kind of thing. The beat and the music video itself, and also the concept for this video particularly, they were supposed to be like the 7 deadly sins. I can't remember which one was supposed to be which, but of course you know I know Bobby's supposed to be pride. So I put that out there. And I know Mithra, of course, was supposed to be gluttony, and I think Mino was supposed to be rage. I'm not sure.
Lust and greed.
But
Who was lust?
Lust and greed.
like I said, I don't remember everything. I want to say
Whoever had the females in the video.
Verbal Jint.
Beenzino
Verbal Jint was lust.
And then
Yeah,
we know
we're
it's
at the
Sloth
dome
was.
with that freaking rain.
Sloth had to make me. I'm not sure. Tableau could have been Sloth.
With the roaches.
It's Tableau.
Terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So
Terrible.
that was great. I thought it was great. Their album, Shoebox, is great. And a lot of people kind of gave them like a lot of flack about it because they're like, "Oh, this is not Epic High. This is not the Epic High." No, wrong. Shut up, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It isn't really.
In my opinion, it is.
Yeah.
I remember Epic High when they first started out.
Yeah, I know.
That really wasn't a representation of what Epic High
Well, how
was.
long have they been out?
They've been out.
They started off with Boom and
No,
2003.
They're just
You know,
starting
going
from
back from where they were already.
They've
This
been
is like that was
Well,
started
it's
off.
not
So now, of course they would evolve.
Nobody-
Yeah, like
This wasn't
first-
evolving to me.
I think it was because a lot of their music was. I listened to a lot of Epic High songs. A lot of their music was very
That
melancholy.
just sound like That just sounded like YG to me. That
And
just
see,
sounded
that's
like
that's
YG
another thing.
production.
That's another thing.
It sounded like a YG.
That's
production.
another thing that people were saying that it sounds too much like YG.
Yeah, it doesn't
What
sound like
YG
an Epic High thing.
YG did not anytime as long as Tableau and Epic High have been with YG forbids him from recording anything, writing anything near or in the YG studio because
That
he
doesn't
said
have anything to
he
do
said-
with the fact of how it turns out.
But
You
I'm-
can say that doesn't even contribute to the fact that it still sounds.
it kind
like
of does because
Like, oh, it's like saying, like, okay, you film your stuff somewhere else. The product is what the product is. The
I think
product sounds like a YG production. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
yeah, I know.
I'm
But
saying
I'm
it sounds
saying
like
it's them because they're always evolving. Like they've always done melancholy songs. A lot of their stuff was always
Their last
weird.
album wasn't.
No, I'm saying before then, and that was with YG.
Yeah, when they did
Of
that,
course.
that's what I'm going by. Like their last album sounded like Epik High. This sounds like, and it's kind of to me, it's like they threw in so many YG artists. Although they had artists that weren't exactly. It canceled out. Epik High has 3 people, 3 YG artists, and they got 2 artists that weren't with YG. I understand that completely, but it still sounds like something that it sounds like something from YG Company. It doesn't sound like Epik High's usual uniqueness. Like when they first came out, when they first came under YG, their first thing they came out with, I was like, oh, thank God. They still sound like the Epik High sound. They evolved, but they still had the Epik High sound. I'm like, that's just how I felt about it. I was just like,
overall, my opinion, I liked it. I think it's still Epik High. I think it's still Epik High. Me being a fan of Epik High. Not saying that you're not, but me being a fan of Epik High, me being a high school, I like it.
That's their fandom?
Yeah, high school.
My high
yeah,
is Epic.
And they call them, now they say my high is Epic, but their fandom is high school.
no, that
But,
is Epik High. This is
I personally liked it. I liked all the collabs. The album is great. Their stage performance, their performance at the Mamas and everything else is great. I give everything a 10. In my opinion. Bobby gets a 13.
All
plus
right.
4.
I love the video. I love the video so much. That's because I love Tableau. I love Epik High. I see no deep. Only thing I see with YG is possibly the people that they got in YG, like Mino and Bobby and B.I. Other than that, Tableau as well as the whole Mithra and Tuka, they had all their life into this in this video. This is just like this is just another branch of sound for them. Even if you were to interview Tableau, he possibly would say the same thing. But I love the video. I give the video a 10, and I just loved it all along. I just love the video. I would listen to it all the time. Like it's stuck on me, and I just love it.
I feel like there was more you wanted to say because you kept stuttering.
It was something I wanted to say, but I forgot. Because I forgot what I was going to say.
Alright, and
Chris?
Okay. I've listened to Epik High on and off. Like I've listened to like little pieces of like the little different ages, well eras, whatever you want to call them. Song was enjoyable. I just feel like there are parts that may have been loose and that could have been a little more crisp, a little more tight. It kind of reminded me, because I've always mentioned this band whenever I think about like some things that Epik High has done. And they kind of remind me of like 311 without the instruments in it, because that song actually reminded me of a 311 song. No pun intended. The song is actually called Silver, and it's basically a very heavy, like it's like a very, I guess, kind of hard rockish type of song, and like they're like instead of the typical verse, chorus, verse hook, you get the verses all kind of splattered together. They're delivered very crisply, and as Silver mentioned, even for like rapping, it sounds like very well executed and like very intelligent though. I just feel like there were some loose ends of the song that could have been a little tighter than. The main riff to me, I think it could have used a little bit of some contrast when it came to like the hook or a different portion of the song, because you saw because you see different parts of like, and I also feel like since you had, and like this might be just me getting a little too nitpicky or whatever, you saw like the different personalities outside of like with the collaborators they had. You saw these different little personalities kind of jump out though, and they have like a different tone and a different attack on their vocals. And I think it could have been something that could have been production-wise used to make that melt together a little more. It was solid. I give it a 7. I enjoyed it. Not too bad, but I think could have been a little more done to it. Feels like there's some parts missing.
Alright, next, since we're running out of time. I'm straight. You go.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how I feel about it.
I do.
I don't think I like
Oh,
it.
and at the end, B.I. was supposed to say the N-word, but they cut that out. Don't know why, but they cut that out. It was supposed to make a point across in a sense the way he said it and what lyrics he had around it. But they cut that part out. That's the part they cut out. But he was being quiet and he was just tinkering with stuff. He was supposed to say the
That
N
was
word.
very smart move.
Yeah. He did it in the original video, but I guess they thought, okay, well, we'll cut it out because they're not ready for that. But
No, they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
They should not. I'm glad they didn't put that in there. That would have been a whole other can of worms.
yeah.
I looked at this video differently than everybody else did. Like I said, a couple of the artists on there, especially Tablo, I got a lot of respect for him. This was leaning towards an underground movement. This was not meant to be mainstream. It wasn't meant to be poppy or anything that they're used to doing. This is what we call, and I'm completely dismissing the video. I'm going by the song itself. This is what we call new age hip hop. It had a slight 80s 90s feel for it, but this is the new age hip hop going into the 2000s and everything. That's why I was just like, I can see a couple of these artists being on Underground Cypher doing a couple of battle raps, and I appreciate that. As far as I appreciated the fact that they didn't, as far as like it didn't kind of like, I don't know, like Chris was saying, it didn't kind of like mesh well. It was a lot of, it showed their individuality, and that's what I appreciated. I'm glad they kept that separate. That's just me. Overall, I give the song a 10. I've read the lyrics. I give that a 10. Like I said, it goes with the whole new age hip hop movement, and I'm a big fan of hip hop. So for that gets a 10. Wasn't really crazy about the concept. I get the seven deadly sins, so I go on with that. But it's just, it was more of an alternative hip hop feel. Macklemore, y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just it's an alternative hip hop feel, and for that gets a 10, and that's what I have to say about that. So.
Shan.
I guess I can say I'm conflicted. Like, I want to like it, but then again, I'm like in between yes and no. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I think it's really because I really just can't get into Epik High like that. Like, no matter how many songs I listen to, old or new, I just don't think they're somebody I can get into. I love them individuality, personality-wise. Watch whatever variety show they might be on. That's fine. I can do that. But as far as this group, to me, I don't know why. I just can't. But this video, he pulled the roach in his mouth. Okay. Well, I was informed of the 7 deadly sins because I was so confused about what they were doing anyway, and the ladies look good in this. They look good. Bobby, B.I., Mino. Huh? Oh. They look great. Yeah. I would honestly, I'm going to stop right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I could this song is no to me. And effort-wise, awesome. They did a great job. But I can't even give a rating. I don't know why. I just can't with this. Is that bad?
No.
Is that bad? Am
I
I
feel some kind of way.
Oh, and just to mention.
Yeah, I mean, I just what?
Just to mention, this was a request from 3 of our subscribers.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure which one, but hopefully in our next videos we'll mention you guys. But yeah, this was a request. This was requested like 3 or 4 times for us to do. So yeah.
I'm not saying they're bad. They're all good. I just can't get into Epik High like that. It might just be me and my mind frame.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not like a diehard Epik fan too. I just really appreciate that song, but that's just me, and that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics. Ask me my lyrics. All right, so that's my review on that. Anything else? No.
I mean, I didn't do my review, but y'all can go ahead.
Go ahead, sis.
I thought you got it.
I just really didn't care for it.
Oh.
Because after reading the lyrics constantly,
all I got from the lyrics was just that they were just tired of the haters, because they have gotten a lot of hate over the years, and everybody's got a lot of hate. It's just, my whole thing was just like, I really just miss Epik High being Epik High, do it Epik High. Like, I like the song, the lyrics are fine, but the lyrics were just really them being like, we're fucking tired of the haters. Fuck y'all, here's a song for y'all. That's all I got from it. The video tried my patience, really. But I mean, I just really didn't see the necessity for half of the stuff that went on, and half of the cursing was so unnecessary to me. But I mean, I really just didn't see anything. It was just like, okay, all right, y'all doing something like typical YG, putting something out like that. Okay, I'm not shocked to be saying fuck you and all that kind of stuff. I'm not shocked. It's all right, and that's coming from somebody that's like, I really love Epik High, and I just was kind of, oh, all right, y'all gonna go that way, all right, whatever. That's how I feel about it, like, okay, whatever. And I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, it's the best song ever. I was like, all right.
No.
I was like, it's all right, I've heard better.
I mean, even for me not being a fan, there are
I
other.
was like, it's all right, I've heard better. It's like,
There are others, like, you mean not being a fan of theirs, like hardcore. There are other songs that are leaps and bounds.
yeah, a lot. That's the album didn't do that great because fans were just like, oh, okay.
But it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible. I've heard worse. I've really heard worse. This is all right. It was them saying fuck you to the haters. It was like, all right, go for it. Have fun. That's it. That's all I had to say.
All right, so like, subscribe, give us your comments.
Yeah, that.
Like us on Facebook, follow us, K-Pop Chingles Official, Whistle.
Yeah.
All right.
See y'all next video. Annyeong.